So,
Scottie, with Brandon being present, how do you think it's going to unlock your game, different parts of your game, in a way that you haven't had the opportunity the last 4 years?
repeat that question one more time.
I mean, having Brandon on the floor with you, what is it going to change about how you play your game?
I think him being aggressive when he steps out there on the floor with all of us, I think it just helps us in so many different ways. He demands so much attention with the way he's able to score, the way he shoots the ball. It's just going to demand a lot of attention where, defenders have to guard. So, it just opens up for everybody else.
And, I mean, you're kind of pretty good at everything, either on the ball or off the ball, but I mean, if he's got the ball more, will you be looking to start sneaking as a dunker more, maybe a screen roller type player? I mean, are you open with that?
We always find ways to play the game. I play the game pretty smart, and I know how to play it the right way. You find things. The game changes in the heat of the moment. So, sometimes you just see things and, okay, let's go to it. Everybody will have their games. Just depends on how the game goes, the flow of the game.
Darko mentioned that he's been trying to get you guys as starters, a starting five that hasn't played NBA minutes together yet, a lot of time together going into this season. Do you get a sense that you guys are starting to form an identity, and what do you think that group's identity is going to be?
I think our identity is always going to start on the defensive end, just pushing each other, making each other want to go out there and guard. Playing that side on the offensive end, we're still finding our rhythm, trying to play faster, kick the ball ahead, trying to be able to create those driving lanes for each other. Where we're able to take on those one-on-one situations and make the game easier for us. Just play off the catch, doing those things, make it easier for us. When you got a lot of guys that can score, the faster you play, the faster you can get the ball out the net, kick it up to the next guy, and allow them to have that breathing room when they have the ball, and then space the floor out. It just makes people get more comfortable out there.
There's so much talent in that starting five and guys that are used to having the ball in their hands. So is it going to be a little bit of a learning process, I guess, to kind of figure out how to, not necessarily defer, but figure out which guy has it going on any given night and alter your play,
for
I guess,
sure.
depending on.
We're willing to make sacrifices, but when you got there on the game, it's a different story. People, they play for something different. But it's all an adjustment. We all got to adjust. We all got to make sacrifices. We all got to find ways to affect the game in different ways. Rather, if that's some possession, you get the ball, find a way to get it a different way. Go get offensive rebound, go get a back door, go set a screen for someone and free them up. You got to find ways to impact the game.
Scottie, you've been in Calgary for a few days now. Just wondering what you think of the city. If you've gotten to go out, check out any restaurants or anything like that.
It's pretty beautiful. It's a pretty beautiful place to be. I'm gonna probably tour around some more to see what it's like.
What's it like kind of getting different fan support and everything just throughout the whole country, being able to go to some different spots, Vancouver, Calgary, and just kind of see what the rest of the country has to offer?
I think it's pretty amazing to go over and see different places, to have different experiences. It's an amazing thing to do.
Jamal was mentioning, how he's excited to kind of lead the bench group, and Darko was mentioning the same thing. Over the last year, what have you seen from him in terms of how vocal he's been leadership-wise?
Jamal has been an ultimate leader. Putting people in the right places. He's not afraid to have those conflict moments with people as well. Just trying to lead. He's very hard on himself, but he has high expectations for himself, and we got high expectations for him as well. So with him carrying that around, he just tries to help others in any way possible, and he's big on himself. He's comfortable with taking in that leadership role. He did 4 years at Houston. Yeah. Where he was a leader there. It just translated right to our team.
Well, what's the focus of your offseason and your offseason plan in terms of just improving your game? Is there any specific area you really want to focus in on to spend extra time?
Say that one more time.
Is there a specific area of your game you focus on a lot more this offseason to try to improve on or anything like that?
Really just trying to play off the ball, make quick decisions when I do have the ball. And then, just go back to those old ways on ways that I was scoring the ball with it. If I'm in transition, I got a deep seal, go deep seal. Try to be more physical when I have the ball. on the point of attack, trying to make quicker decisions, really.
Did any of that training, was it with this new lineup in mind, knowing that Quick's going to be on the floor, knowing Brandon's going to be in the lineup, was it sort of pointed towards that?
I think that takes a part of it, but just also playing within our system as well. Any way I can help the team, I'm going to do. So making those quicker decisions, not over dribbling, it all takes a part of it.
You mentioned in the past playing alongside guys like OG and Pascal. With Pascal, you and he, a lot of same-size screening actions. Do you find that you'll be able to attack things similarly with Brandon to try and find a weaker wing defender and bash around on the inside?
Say it again?
Same-size screening actions with Pascal. Do you find a similarity with how you can work with Brandon?
For sure. Those two, they're both really good scorers, and they score in different ways, though. But for sure, any chance that there's able to get both of us in the screen and roll, we both can do so many different things with the ball in our hands. And he scores the ball really well. I play make out of it, but he's showing a lot of flashes on how he can play make really well. So any chance that can happen, coach is motivating us to get into those actions. He's wanting us to sniff those out in any way possible.
Last question, please.
What's your impression of Colin so far as a rookie? What's Colin been like?
Colin is super physical, super aggressive. On the defensive side, he's a beast, he's a monster. Where he's able to get those deflections, he's going to be dangerous in transition. Where he's able to show his athleticism because he's very athletic for his size. He's very strong. He has a lot of great tools. His game's just going to keep developing. It's going to be his first year, so he has a lot to learn. But he's going to keep developing, keep growing. Great teammate.
Thank you, Scottie.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Scottie.